In the early 1970s, an experiment on the psychology of imprisonment was carried out at Stanford University by psychologist Philip Zimbardo and his colleagues, who created their own jail in the basement of the Stanford Psychology Building. The students who volunteered for the study were carefully tested. Each had to be psychologically and physically healthy to participate. Some students were then randomly selected to act as prisoners, while others became guards. The researchers surprised the prisoners by having them arrested at their homes and dormitories. The prisoners went a series of rituals to establish their new lowly status. They lived in tiny cells 24 hours a day, cut off from their usual surroundings.
What is happening to prisoner 819?
Prisoner 819 is being punished, Mr. Correctional Officer.
Let's give her 5 times. Make sure you remember it.
Prisoner 819 is being punished, Mr. Correctional Officer.
Down. Up.
The guards, however, only worked 8-hour shifts, and they returned to their normal routines as students when off the job.
Up. 5 right sections are belly rolls. These are push-ups. Keep that back straight. Down.
What happened surprised everyone, including Zimbardo. The illusion became the reality. The boundary between the role each person was playing and his real personal identity was erased.
Defy, Mr. Correctional Officer.
Now keep them straight.
Nice boys became brutal guards. Healthy kids got sick.
Get in that box then. You're not going to hurt his kid before one thing.
Active ones became passive and zombie-like prisoners. The situation became so overpowering that many of the prisoners developed extreme stress reactions and had to be released. But no one ever said, "I quit the experiment." They had lost all perspective.
You come over there. Should I act out, Mr. Correctional Officer? You should act it out. You be the bride of Frankenstein, and you be Frankenstein. I want you to walk over here like Frankenstein and say that you love 293.
What kind of guard would you be? Sadistic or supportive? Would you be a conforming prisoner or a heroic resistor? The prison study, like Milgram's experiment, is not typical of research in social psychology. Some psychologists feel both studies violated ethical guidelines and should never have been done.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now you go in there and tell 546 that you love him.
I love you.
Well, ain't that sweet? Ain't that sweet?
At times, even Zimbardo forgot he was an experimenter and acted like a prison warden. Though the experiment was meant to last 2 weeks, it was called off after 6 days.
Once you put a uniform on and are given a role, a job, saying your job is to keep these people in line, then you're certainly not the same person as if you were in street clothes and in a different role. You really become that person. Once you put on that khaki uniform, you put on the glasses, you take the nightstick, and you act the part. That's your costume, and you have to act accordingly when you put it on.
It still is a prison to me. I don't look on it as an experiment or a simulation. It was just a prison that was run by psychologists instead of run by the state. I began to feel that identity, that the person that I was, that had decided to go to prison, was distant from me, was remote, until finally I wasn't that. I was 416. I was really my number, and 416 was going to have to decide what to do. It let me in on some knowledge that I've never experienced firsthand. I've read about it. I've read a lot about it, but I've never experienced it firsthand. I've never seen someone turn that way. And I know you're a nice guy. You know?
You
Do you understand?
That,
I do. I do know you're a nice guy.
Then why,
I don't
do you hate
get
me?
bad because I know what you can turn into. I know what you're willing to do. If you say, oh, well, I'm not going to hurt anybody. Oh, well, it's a limited situation. It's over in 2 weeks.
Well, you in position, what would you have done?
I don't know.